So I just upgraded to the 12.9-inch iPad Pro 2020 model. So I had to find a new keyboard case that would fit it, as I just sold my 7th generation iPad to my son going away to school. So I definitely did not want to spend the $350 or whatever it is that Apple's selling their keyboard case for. So I ended up going back to Amazon and looking for something that was comparable to the one that I had before. And so stick around and I'll take you and show you the pros and cons of this keyboard case for the 2020 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk with Troy. If you're not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification, of course, to get notified when I upload new videos. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, you know that I talk about a lot of things that have to do with tech, home automation, drones, or whatever. Today I wanted to do another product review on a 12.9-inch iPad Pro keyboard case that I received off Amazon. Of course, I'm not affiliated with this company at all. I just, as I said in the opener, upgraded to an iPad Pro 12.9-inch. I loved my 7th generation iPad that I had before, but I only had 32 gigs of memory, and it just wasn't enough to do my video editing on. It just kept running out of space. And so my son was going off to college, and he asked if he could purchase it from me, so I did that. So he took off with that. And of course, the keyboard case that was on it, which I did a review on that, which you can see the link up above if you'd like to see that keyboard case. It was very good, and I wanted something very similar to that particular keyboard case, mostly because it had the swivel on the top all the way around. You could swivel it. And so I went in search, and there were not very many out there for the newest 2020 iPad Pro 12.9-inch model. So the one that I found actually has a trackpad as well, although I wouldn't say it's necessarily the greatest trackpad out there, but it would do in a pinch. I would prefer using a mouse connected to mine or the Apple Pencil. So this is the case, and I think it's got a nice heft to it. I wouldn't say it's super light. The iPad itself has kind of got a little bit of weight to it. So adding the case to it, of course, adds even more weight. I didn't actually weigh it, but maybe I'll do that and put that somewhere here on the screen so you can see how much it comes in at. But, it just fits into the top. It's a plastic shell, and it's got nice lighted keys. And what I was talking about with the swiveling, it actually turns all the way around so that you can actually fold it down and use it as just, an iPad to use your Apple Pencil with if you want to take notes or do anything like that. So that's why I wanted one so similar to the one I had before, because I really liked that swiveling feature. And the only thing I would say, one thing that I do not like about it is the texture of the case itself. My last one was more of a glossy feel, which, you would get some fingerprints on that. This is what I would call more of a matte finish, and it does leave I don't know if you can actually see it on the video, but it will leave fingerprints on here, and really the only way I've been able to get rid of them is take like a damp cloth and wipe the outside of it off, to get that look off of it, because that is one thing that I do not like about it, is the way it keeps fingerprints. So I think I'll just kind of show you a little bit in the light there. You can see on the back. I left it on there so you could see how nasty it looks after use. So let's take a look at it up close, and I'll show you some of the function keys and how it works. Okay, so here is the keyboard. I thought we'd go through some of the function keys so you know what you're getting into. As you can see, it does have a touchpad, and like I said, although it will do in a pinch, I would not say it's as responsive as, say, the ones that actually come with Apple. But, I would say not too bad using it if you had to. So along the top row, you've got your pretty common function keys that you could use. The first one, of course, is to, get you back to your home screen if you're in some app, and you just hit that and it'll take you back to your home screen. The second two have to do with the level of brightness of your keyboard, of your screen. So of course the one to the left is less bright, the one to the right is more bright. Then you've got your search function. When you hit that, it's going to bring up the search bar so you can actually search for something on your iPad. The next one I was a little confused with. I thought it was like an internet button, but no, it's when you're typing and you want to change the language keyboards that you may have, or your emoji keyboard. So that's this one that looks like the world or the earth sitting there. You can change that to whatever keyboard you want to use while you're typing. So a handy little shortcut there. The next one over, you can either use the on-screen keyboard or use the one here. So this toggles between either one of those. Then this is kind of a new feature I haven't seen on my other keyboard. You've got your select all. Sorry, the focus is off there. Where you can actually, if you're in a document and you need to select text, if you hit that, it will select everything that's on the screen. Then you've got your copy. So on most computers, it's Control-C to copy. Then you've got your paste or Control-V. And then you've got the cut button, Control-X, which would be on most other computers. So kind of handy features there, copy, paste, select, to help you do some word processing there if you need to. The next three keys have to do with playing your music. So you've got, to go to your previous song, pause, or play the current song that's up in queue, or go to the next song. Then you've got your volume keys. So lower your volume and increase your volume. The first one is mute. Then you have lower your volume and increase your volume. And then this last key looks like a padlock, will actually take your iPad to its locked state. But kind of interesting, you press it, it doesn't do anything like the others do. You actually have to use the function key, which is way down here in the left corner, in conjunction with that to get it to actually lock your iPad. So just keep that in mind. So then there also is some other keys that are used in conjunction with the function key, and it's kind of nice. They have a little helpful hint sticker on here so you can always remember what they do. So it's kind of tiny reading. Let me kind of get close to that. The first one is if you press the function key with the C key, you're going to put it into the Bluetooth pairing mode. It's very easy to pair with your iPad, so not much to it. Once you're in there, you'll see it show up on the Bluetooth list of devices, and you just hit to pair it. The next one is the function key and the command key, which actually, get over here, is right here. So when you hit that, let me try to do that, you can turn the backlit keys on and get them brighter. There's like 3 levels of brightness that you can use. So you just hit your function key and then that command key over here to turn on the backlit keys. Then the next one on the list actually is the function key along with this option key over here. And let me show you what that does. So this scrolls through the different color variations of backlit keys. Most of them are rainbow across automatically. And there is one that I think they would consider just solid white. This is the one. So if you just want all the keys one color white, you can do that. If not, just scroll through the combinations and you'll see the colors changing to whatever you like. It's kind of nice. I like those colorful keys. There's also a feature on this one that you can use called breathing backlit function. And to do that, you hit the function key and the Q. So that will turn on what's called breathing mode. And if you watch the keys, they kind of fade in and out. See that? So you can also control how fast that breathing mode goes. And that is the function key with the W. So if you want it to go faster, hit that, and you can see it's breathing. And then hit it again, it'll go slower. So just a kind of little cool effect if you'd like to add it to your backlit keys. And then the last one is using the function key with the T up here. There's actually a little finger hand icon right on the key there. And that is to turn on and off the touchpad. I am so glad they included that, because when I first got it, I was typing and that touchpad was on, and it kept moving the mouse on the screen and doing all sorts of crazy things. So I'm like, oh man, they've got a way to shut this off, thankfully. Like I said, I like to use the mouse myself. So yeah, it's really nice. You can turn that touchpad off and on if you want, depending on what you're doing. Up in the top right hand corner, you've got some indicators. Of course, if you're using your caps lock, you'll see a white light show up there. There's battery levels when you're charging, and then the Bluetooth link here will indicate solid blue when you're linked by Bluetooth. And then on the side, you've got your on-off switch and your charging port, which takes, thankfully, a USB-C, which is the same as the iPad. So you do not have to have a second cable. That is so nice. So very nice on that. But as far as typing, really responsive. I haven't had any trouble typing. The responsiveness has been great. And I used to be a typing teacher, so I kind of know what feels good when you're typing fast. And I haven't had any trouble doing that at all. So very impressed. So I wanted to mention a few things about the case itself. It does have a nice cutout for your Apple Pencil at the top. And of course the Apple Pencil is magnetic, and so it stays in that slot very well and will charge your Apple Pencil while it's up there. Very nice. I like that. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, this is one of the swivel type cases. They have other ones that from this same company. As I saw in the box, there's like 2 other models. But I really like this particular one, so I can swivel it all around and fold it down to make it more like an iPad. So in case I wanted to do sketching or notes, very easy to do that and carry around. The fit of the iPad within the case itself is very snug. I actually took it out when I did the video on the paper-like or paper feel. You can see the link up above if you want to watch that. And I had to take it out for that. And I felt like I was going to bend the iPad, so I had to be very careful. It's very snug up in the top where it snaps in and difficult to get out. So if you're thinking of taking it in and out, I don't know, you might think again or consider something else, because it's pretty snug once you get it into the case itself. The buttons are actually, they have external plastic buttons that push on the buttons themselves to the iPad. So it's not leaving the buttons exposed, which I actually prefer to have the real buttons there just to cut out. But this one doesn't do that. So you actually have to push the buttons that they include here. It does have openings for your speakers on the side. So that's nice, so your volume can come out. Same on this side as well. You're going to get those cutouts on this side. So on Amazon, this is listed right now at the time of making this video at $99. There's a 5% coupon that you can click and turn on that will give you a little bit off. I think personally that it's a little bit steep for what you're getting with this keyboard. although it's much cheaper than the one that Apple makes. And if you can swing the Apple price, I say go for it. It looks like a very nice keyboard case. But if you're looking for something for a little bit cheaper, but still give you the quality that you want in your day-to-day use or for school or work, definitely look into this one. And it's made, like I said, by a company called Levet. At least that's what it says on Amazon, which actually it's made in China. It says it right on the product. So it also comes in rose gold. So if you have that color choice, there's that option there. I think they also have other iPad cases available for different sizes. So check them out, clicking on their link for their company page there in Amazon, and you can see what else they have to offer. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd probably give this keyboard case a 4. Mostly because of the fingerprint issue that really bothers me to have it looking like that all the time. And but other than that, it functions well. The battery lasts a long time. I think I've only charged it once or twice since I've had it over the last month. So I hardly ever hook it up to the charger. So that's a good pro there. But definitely check it out if you're in the market for the new 12.9-inch iPad Pro 2020 and see if that might suit your needs. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop those down in the comments and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you're not yet a subscriber, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to get notified of new videos when they come out. So until next time, thanks for watching another episode of Tech Talk with Troy. Take care.